Hello all. If you are new, my name is Marin. Welcome to a long overdue reading vlog. It's been a hot minute since I've filmed any kind of vlog. I only posted one in April and I started the book in March. I will link you up above to that vlog if you would like to go check that out. I was supposed to do a TBR jar vlog and I did pull the prompt. I'm gonna go ahead and insert that footage right here for you actually so you can see what vlog you were supposed to see. So yes, let's go ahead and pick a title and we will read it in this vlog. I will go ahead and link you to the first one of these that I did in January up in the cards so you can go back and check that out. But here we go. I'm just gonna reach in and grab one. This one jumped right into my fingers, so let's see what it is. Oh, okay, so this is The Poison King. This is actually an ebook that I have owned for an incredibly long time. I'll put the cover right here. It's a true story of a look at Mithridates or Mithridates. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. And I started reading this back when I first got it. I think I actually got it from the library for a little while, but I couldn't finish it because I just ran out of time. So I purchased the ebook with the intention to go back and finish it and then never did. So that's what we're gonna do for this vlog. But obviously I did not film that. I read the book, but I was like 70% of the way through before I realized that I had not filmed any kind of vlog footage for it. So I scrapped it. So apologies. You were supposed to see that already, but that's life. If you've been following along, I did not do hardly any reading in March. I have done more reading in April, but I am still very behind on my TBR books. You can see I need to film another Wheel of TBR, and I am not done with April's Wheel of TBR. So this has just been like an ongoing mess of being behind. So anyway, apologies again for the lack of vlogs and in general videos. Things have just been very hectic and busy. So I am going to be bringing you along on this weekend. Today is Saturday. I'm going to just be doing like a 2-day vlog, Saturday and Sunday, during which time I am going to catch up on my Nancy Drew read along, if you will. It's a solo read along. I'm doing it myself, but I need to read the 27th and 28th Nancy Drew books. I'm going to start today with the 27th. It is The Secret of the Wooden Lady, something to do with like the masthead or the figurehead of a ship. I don't really know. It's been a while since I've read the synopsis, but that's what I'm going to read today. And then I will tackle the 28th one tomorrow. And I thought I would just vlog and bring you along, just to put some kind of reading content out, because obviously that has been few and far between. So that's the plan. Right now I need to film this video. I was just reading, or listening to rather, the audio of Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken, which was actually on March's TBR, and I have not yet finished it, although I'm getting close. So yeah, this is just a whole mess of things going on right now that are making me unable to do as much reading as I would want to do. So apologies, but I'm gonna bring you along this weekend as I read some Nancy Drew. I will come back and chat with you at the 100-page mark. Both of these books are like 212 pages-ish, so 100 pages in, I'll come back, let you know my thoughts on each one. I did read a couple of Nancy Drew books this year already. I read the 25th and 26th. I quite liked the 25th, didn't like the 26th quite as much. So we'll see what number 27 and 28 have in store for me. So I will come back and chat with you with an update when I have one. Hey y'all, it's several hours later, going on 6 o'clock. I have reached the halfway point of The Secret of the Wooden Lady. It is about a figurehead on a ship, as I'd said I thought it was. So basically the gist of this is that a friend of Nancy's father is currently renting a clipper ship. This friend wants to purchase the ship, but he can't legally purchase it because the title information on the ship is missing and they don't actually know like the ship's full history. On top of that, it is missing its figurehead. It's currently called one name, but they can't find any record of that name, so they're pretty sure the name has been changed at some point. And that's kind of the setup for this. This book opened up like with a bang. Nancy is at home, her phone rings, and it's Bess. And as she's talking to Bess on the phone, like Bess tells her that she believes someone is in the house, and then the phone goes dead. So Nancy rushes over and then also gets attacked by this person. And that was a little bit more of like a blunt beginning than any of the other ones that I remember reading. So definitely want you to kind of get right into like the danger element here. It's going okay so far. I'm at the 52% mark. I'm on page 110. There are 213 pages in the book, and it's fine so far. There's definitely more mysteries than answers at this point. There's been a lot of looking into like the history of Clipper ships as they try to track down like who actually owned this ship, where it came from, what its name was, etc. We have at least 2 bad guys that are somehow also involved with the man who attacked Bess for like some reason. And now we've got this ship. So Nancy, Bess, and George are sailing with the captain on this ship. They're currently in this cove because they wanted to get out of Boston in the hopes that that would get the ship away from these people who keep like sneaking onto the ship and searching it for something that they aren't really sure what they're even looking for. So it's a bit of a mess, if I'm being honest. So yes, I will be finishing it tonight. I will let you know how the last half of the book goes. I would expect there to be some kind of resolution for at least one thing coming up here pretty quick. And it's definitely a little bit different because Nancy is not like doing her own case here. It's definitely all about her father's case, which usually you have like whatever Carson Drew is working on and whatever Nancy's working on, and then somehow the two come together in some sort of way. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't, but this one is definitely all about the ship. We do have the weird incident with Bess getting knocked out and something getting stolen from her parents, which was like a piece of jewelry. So that is out there existing in the story, and I'm sure we'll get some sort of resolution about that, but it is not an actual case that Nancy's working on. So yeah, this one is definitely a little bit different. Came out right from the beginning, swinging for the fences. So we'll just see how it all gets wrapped up, and I will let you know my thoughts once I have finished it. So I will see you whenever that is. Hello all, happy Sunday. I did finish reading The Secret of the Wooden Lady last night. 27th Nancy Drew book. Checked off. I'm giving it 3 stars. I did not feel like the mystery of this book was as tightly constructed as some of the others. And what was interesting is, as I already mentioned, we didn't have like the 2 cases that come together. It was really just one case the whole time. I think part of my issue with this one was that I had like no sense of surprise throughout any of the story, and usually there's at least one thing in these Nancy Drew books that kind of makes me say, oh, this one that didn't really happen. So 3 stars for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the 28th one today, and we'll see how that one goes. I'm blanking on the name of that one. Here's the cover. but I do have it ready to go on my laptop. I've mentioned before, I read these Nancy Drew books on Internet Archive. They have the originally published versions of them on there, with the exception of like a couple. So this one is the original one that I think was published in either 1950 or 1951. So it is 2 o'clock right now. I did grocery shopping. I was putting laundry away. You can see I still have like the slightest bit of it behind me that I need to put away as well. Stopped by Starbucks. I got a chai latte with vanilla cream cold foam. I love putting cold foam on top of the chai and the matcha. Those make them very, very good. So check that out if you're curious. But yeah, that's kind of what I was up to this morning. Just kind of taking it easy, taking it slow, but I am home now. I did cut up fruit, wash fruit, things like that to get it ready for the week. So now it's going to be all about reading. I also finished listening to the audio of Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken, which officially completes my March TBR. Hooray. So making progress. But yes, let's just dive on into the 28th Nancy Drew. As I did yesterday, I will come back and chat with you once I'm about 100 pages in. Let you know my thoughts. Hopefully this one will be just as quick and easy to read as yesterday's was, because I would love to get it done today. So I will see you later on when I have a reading update. Hey y'all, happy Monday. I realized that I did not get on and talk to you about my reading yesterday, Sunday. I did not finish the 28th Nancy Drew book. I'm looking at the title right now. The Clue of the Black Keys. Is that what it's called? Yeah. The Clue of the Black Keys. I got about halfway and then decided that I just wanted to take like a reading break. So I didn't read anything else on it last night after I did like the first half. So in this one, Nancy is not exactly doing a mystery as of yet. So she is approached by this professor who was on some kind of expedition with fellow professors from other schools, and they were in like a dig site in Mexico, and they found like a stone tablet with some black keys, as in like keys that you lock a door with. When I first saw the title, I thought it was like black keys like piano. Actual keys. But one of the professors has since gone missing with the tablet and the keys. And so he is afraid that something has happened to this professor, and he wants Nancy to help with the mystery. However, Nancy's father is a little bit more reticent, finally, because this would require her traveling to another country, and he actually knows the professor who has gone missing, and so he just wants to like make sure that the professor who has come asking for help is not somehow involved. So that is the gist of this. The first half has literally been setting this up, and there's some other things that have been thrown in there too, but that's the main issue, is this missing professor and this stone tablet that is supposed to lead people to like a great treasure or whatever, the treasure of all mankind or whatever the heck they termed it. So that's the mystery. Enjoying it so far, but I did decide I wanted to go ahead and take a reading break. I played some Sims. I watched a little bit of TV. So that was kind of the rest of my Sunday. So it is Monday. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish the book today. I may or may not do some reading on it. I have a couple things I need to do first, so I'll play it by ear. My goal is to get this book done before the end of the month, so I have today and tomorrow, but regardless, I will come back and chat with you once I have finished the book and let you know my full thoughts. So I will see you then. Hello all, it's been a few days since I last updated you on the Nancy Drew book that I have been poking at for the last several days. It's actually Saturday. I finished the book yesterday, but just didn't get on and chat with you. So let's talk about The Clue of the Black Keys, which is Nancy Drew number 28. Not my favorite. I'll just say that up front. Not my favorite. This one suffered from a lack of surprise. So typically with the Nancy Drews, even though you can see what's coming in terms of like the mystery, this one told you right from the beginning like who was responsible, and there was no sense of surprise in anything that was happening. So for me, that was a point against it. I need there to at least attempt to be some kind of sense of surprise, even if as an adult I am figuring the mystery out well in advance. So this one was lacking that. Also, there is a lot of misinformation in this book. I don't think a lot of research went into the subject matter. So this book is dealing with like an Aztec treasure, but I don't think the author or authors, because I don't know who wrote this one, it could have been more than one, but I don't think they looked into what like the Aztec history at all. So I felt like they were just kind of pulling things out of the air. Nothing really made a lot of sense in terms of like the treasure. They were also kind of roping all native peoples together into like one conglomeration. So the Seminoles are mentioned in the book, but I don't know how much research truly went into that. Part of this book is set in Florida. That's where the Seminoles currently live even, and I just don't think a lot was done with the research aspect of that. And per the usual, in terms of the original Nancy Drews, you have a lot of ingrained racism. So the only two people of color in the entire book turn out to be the bad guys. They are also originally from Mexico. So it's quite possible that we have some Mexican racism as well. So that part was not very well done. This just was not my favorite. I'm giving it 2 stars. So it's done. Would not really recommend this one. I still think my favorite of all of the ones that I have read is the one that I read first this year, which was The Ghost of Blackwood Hall. And I liked that one a lot. Nice, creepy vibes, a lot more than you would expect from like a children's book. But this particular one, not my favorite. So that concludes this vlog. I am officially caught up on the Nancy Drews, even though it did take me into May to finish this last one. So I'm considering that a win. I will hopefully get around to reading number 29 this month so I don't fall behind again. That one is called The Mystery at the Ski Jump or something like that. Ski Lodge, Ski Jump, something. But yeah, so we shall see what that one has in store. Hopefully it will be better than The Clue of the Black Keys. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed coming along with me as I attempted to catch up on my Nancy Drew books. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.